Last week I told you the joke about Morty and Pearl driving down the street.
Yes. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I have another joke about Morty and Pearl. They're at home. And Pearl shouts down to Morty, "Morty, come upstairs and make love to me." And Morty says, "At my age, it's one or the other." First game. These are words that start with TW, like an archaic word for two, like never the blank shall meet.
Twain.
Twain, never the twain shall meet. Exactly. What about two of a kind? Twins. And in fact, the number 2. Yeah, exactly. So the period between daylight and darkness is known as twilight. What would you employ to remove a splinter?
Tweezers.
Tweezers. How about to flicker, as in a light? Twinkle. Nice job. How about a man's suit might be made of this?
Tweed.
Tweed. Nice job. What about to spin around quickly?
Twirl.
To twirl. I'll give you twist. Twist and then twirl. How about a famous model from the 1960s? Twiggy. What was her deal? She made it fashionable to be like a twig. Skinny like a twig, right? Okay. How about the word you would use to make little changes to something, little adjustments?
Tweet.
Tweak. To tweak something, yeah. But what a bird might say, tweet. And a bunch of birds might twitter. How about this? Like a little move at twitch, but also like wincing from pain is another TW word. Like twinge. Nice job. How about a word for strong string? Twine. Nice job. How about, this is a junk food item. You might find at 7-Eleven. Twinkie. Nice job, Twinkie. This is a word that you might call a kid who's just being nasty. Oh, you little
Twerp.
twerp. Or a twit, yes. Okay. Someone, in a group this morning, I won't say the word, but someone switched that vowel to an A. And so I said, no, you're not going to call a child that. Okay, how about we do switching the letters now. Switching the letters. C-A-P. Things that start with C-A-P, so like the tiny blood vessels. Capillaries, nice job. What about London, Paris, Washington, D.C.? Capitals. How about an Italian coffee with a bit of foam? Cappuccino. What do you call it when a boat turns over? Capsize. How about another word for like a type of pill or where the crew sits in a spaceship? Capsule. Nice job. Kirk, Kid, and Kangaroo. Captain Kirk, Captain Kid, Captain Kangaroo. Nice job. Another word for apprehend. Capture. Nice job. Capture. The maximum amount that something can contain is its capacity. Nice job. Capacity. Who directed It Happened One Night? Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. Capra, exactly, and It's a Wonderful Life. How about this? A South American monkey. A type of monkey. Capuchin, nice job. How about a word that means to charm or to attract and hold the attention or the interest of someone? It starts with C-A-P. Sorry, say again? Yes, captivate. Wow, nice job, captivate. Okay, how about a zodiac sign? Capricorn. Any Capricorns in this room? To give in, to stop resisting, to surrender, like in an argument, is to capitulate. Nice job. And what about a type of economic system in which a country's trade and industry are controlled by private owners for profit? Capitalism. Nice job. Okay. Now, let's see what I want to do. I'm going to ask you some questions about soup. 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 You heard correctly. Soup. If you were to order a thick soup associated with clam or corn, that thick soup would be called a chowder. Yeah. If we think about Campbell's, the company, what do you think are, now it's a separate question from the chowder. This is just trivia about soup. What do you think the 3 most popular soups are by Campbell's here in America? Tomato is the first one. Chicken noodle is the second one. What's the third one? It's cream of mushroom. That's it. Tomato, chicken noodle, cream of mushroom. Absolutely. Gumbo is a Creole soup that is thickened with this vegetable.
Okra.
Yes, okra. When you cut into an okra, what do you see? Like little spherical off-white seeds. They're perfect little pebbles, right? And they are surrounded by this little goo. Vichyssoise. What are the 2 main ingredients in vichyssoise?
Potato.
Potato and?
Cream.
Oh, I'll give you that, but there's another vegetable. It's in the onion family. Leeks. Potatoes and leeks. Nice job. Well, there's 4 questions here. And they revolve around food as well, but not soups necessarily. This culinary term for vegetables cut into matchstick-like strips is also a woman's name. So if I said you could, yes, Julienne, nice job. How about cereals such as wheat and oats come from this common plant family? This one was surprising to me. But actually, what is your lawn made up of? Grass. Grass is actually a family of plants. And that's where wheat comes from. And then, like, all the grasses come, crabgrass, wheatgrass. But wheat and oats come from the grass family, apparently. Okay, some types of sushi are rolled in a dark green wrap made of this. What's the dark green? Seaweed. Right, nice job. This gourmet fungus can be found near the roots of certain trees. Gourmet fungus. But if we're talking about, like, it's gourmet fungus, very expensive, and found near the roots of beech, hazel, and oak trees, like pigs are known to dig them up. Dogs, too. Truffles. Nice job. Yep, truffles. Okay. Nicknames. I'm going to call out some nicknames, and you tell me the real people who belong to these nicknames. So if I said the infamous Juice, who was the Juice?
Simpson. O.J. Simpson.
O.J. Simpson. Who is the Donald? Trump.
Yeah.
So who is Satchmo? Who was Satchmo? Louis Armstrong. Who is the Governator? Arnold Schwarzenegger. So what 2 words had to come together to make Governator?
Governor and Schwarzenegger.
Governor and Terminator. The Governator. Yeah. Yes. Well, come on in for now, though. All right. How about Wilt the Stilt? Chamberlain. Mr. Television. Who's Mr. Television?
Milton Berle.
Milton Berle. But good guess back there, good guess. Okay, Broadway Joe.
Joe Namath.
Joe Namath, nice job. The Little Tramp.
Oh, Charlie Chaplin.
Charlie Chaplin, nice job. What about, okay, this next one. This nickname belongs to 2 individuals. One of them in the entertainment business, or who was in the entertainment business, and the other one in sports. So the Great One in entertainment. Who was known as the Great One in the entertainment industry?
Ali.
That's a great guess, but think entertainers. Think the Honeymooners. Jackie Gleason. Jackie Gleason. Now, when we talk about sports, the Great One is not Ali, but we're getting there. The Great One is a famous hockey player. Famous hockey player. Gretzky. Exactly, Gretzky. Now, to your point earlier, in the sports industry, he was known as the greatest, period, the greatest. That was who? Muhammad Ali, exactly. Okay, Scarface.
Al Capone.
Al Capone, nice job. Although everyone says Al Pacino. Yes, but. Yeah, Al Capone, okay. Bush's brain, like George Bush. Bush's brain. Who was known as Bush's brain?
Mrs. Barbara?
Shady, I don't know what that is.
Karl Rove. Karl Rove. Okay, the Velvet Fog.
Mel Torme.
Mel Torme, the Wizard of Menlo Park.
Thomas Edison.
Yeah, Thomas Edison, nice job. Charlie Hustle. Pete Rose. Charlie Hustle is Pete Rose. How about Governor Moonbeam?
Jerry Brown.
Jerry Brown. Nice job. And Dr. Death. Dr. Death, who believed people should have the right to die. Who was that? He went to jail for 6 or 7 years.
Oh, yeah.
No.
His last name ends with I-A-N. First name is Jack. Kevorkian. Nice job. Yes, nice job. Now we're going to talk about last names, the most common last names in the United States of America. What do you think the most common last name is? Schwartz. How about the other version of Schwartz? Smith. Smith is the most common name in the U.S. Yes. So now, I have a list of 20, the top 20 most common last names in the U.S. The first one is Smith. The second one starts with J-O. What do you think it is? Jones is lower down on the list. Give me another one that starts with J-O. A few more letters on Johnson. Johnson, yes, nice job. Okay, now, the next most common name starts with W-I. Take a guess. Wilson is lower on the list, but keep that top of mind. Williams, exactly. Yes, but keep that one top of mind. Good one. Okay, next one starts with a B-R. Brown, absolutely, Brown. Next one starts with J-O. You said it earlier, I believe. Jones, keeping up with the Joneses. There's a lot of them. Okay. The next one is a last name that came about from people who worked in mills. Miller. Miller is a very common last name in the United States. Okay, next one has 5 letters and starts with D as in Delta A. Davis, absolutely, Davis. The next one is a Latino last name that starts with G-A. Garcia, very good. The next one is also a Latino last name that starts with R-O. Rodriguez, yes. Okay, the next most common last name starts with W-I. You named it earlier. W-I. Wilson. Well, Williams was the third most common. A little bit lower down the line is Wilson now. Okay, next one is another Latino name that starts with M-A and ends with Z. Martinez, nice job. The next one is probably from Nordic descent, and it starts with A-N. Anderson, nice job. The next one starts with T-A. T is in tango, A is in alpha. Spelled differently, your hint would be, it's a person you go to let out the waistband when you've gained weight. The Taylor, but this Taylor is spelled T-A-Y-L-O-R. Nice job. Next, a last name that starts with T-H. Thomas, but keep that other one top of mind because it's coming up. Thomas, and then a Latino last name that starts with H-E. Hernandez, good. Now, a last name, English descent. If I give you the letters, it's going to give it away right away. But like, let's say we sail to Catalina. Okay, we sail to Catalina and we hook our boat up to. We're not sending the anchor down. We're hooking it up to something that's floating in the water. What? A buoy, but it's also known as, it's for you to hook your boat up to. Starts with M-O. Moore. Yeah. So this last name would be Moore. Okay. But wait, there's more. Okay. Next most common last name has 6 letters, and it starts with M-A, and it ends with an N as in November. Starts with M-A, ends with... Yes, Martin. This is your game, Joyce. This is good. You're good at this. Okay. Next one starts with J-A. Jackson. Absolutely. Jackson. Nice job. Okay, next one starts with T-H. We named Thomas before. This one has a few extra letters in it. So not Thomas, but start this one. Thompson. Nice job. The last one on this list starts with W-H. White. You guys got them. You guys got them all. Nice job. Next game, we're going to name Major League Baseball teams. I'm going to give you the city. You tell me the name of the team. It has to be baseball. Sometimes the football team comes out. That's fine too. Let's try to name all the baseball teams. If I said the Arizona, what would you? Diamondbacks. The Arizona Diamondbacks. The Atlanta Braves. Nice. Baltimore Orioles. The Boston Red Sox. I see it happen. Red Sox, yeah. 2 in Chicago.
Bears and Cubs.
Exactly. Cubs and White Sox. Exactly. Nice job. The Cincinnati Reds. The Cleveland, this one had to change. It used to be the Cleveland Indians, now it's the Cleveland, starts with a G-U.
Guards.
Yeah, Guardians. The Guardians. Okay, the Colorado Rockies. The Detroit Tigers. The Florida Marlins. The Florida Marlins. Nice job. The Houston
Astros.
Say again? Astros. The Houston Astros. The Kansas City Royals. Nice job. In LA, the Dodgers, and there's LA Anaheim Angels. Nice job. The Milwaukee Brewers. The beer, Milwaukee. Yeah, the Brewers. Nice job. The Minnesota
Vikings.
Twins, because remember, it's baseball. It's baseball, Minnesota Twins, but excellent guess. New York now, 2 teams, New York.
Yankees.
And the Mets, Yankees and the Mets. Okay, this one, there was a change here. The Oakland A's was Oakland Athletics, but now apparently they changed cities.
The Las Vegas.
Las Vegas now, Las Vegas Athletics. The Philadelphia Phillies. The Pittsburgh Pirates. The San Diego Padres. The San Francisco Giants. I said San Francisco with my last group, and someone said treat. Like, San Francisco treat. Okay, yes, the San Francisco Giants. The Seattle Mariners. The St. Louis Cardinals. The Tampa Bay
Buccaneers.
I think that's football. Okay, I'm going to give you a hint. It lives in the water, in the ocean. It is kind of diamond-shaped and has a long tail that can sting you. Stingray. So just rays, a Tampa Bay Rays. But I think they meant rays more like from the sun. I don't know. I'm not a baseball expert. Okay. The Texas Rangers. The Toronto Blue Jays. The Washington Not Cardinals. And the funny thing is, with all the groups I've done this with, nobody remembers.
Washington Nationals.
That's it, Tom. Good. The Washington Nationals. Nice job. Okay, you guys crushed it. I'm going to give you some song lyrics. And in those lyrics, there will be a geographical location. So you're going to give me that city or country. or state or town, whatever it is. So if I said, let's start with, okay. Oh, little town of Bethlehem. Right, so that's how we're going to play this game. How about if you're going to da-da-da-da.
San Francisco.
San Francisco. Be sure to wear some flowers in your hair. Okay, the sun shines bright on my old... It happens, darn it. Yeah, I gave you the answer, but yes, you guys knew it anyway. The sun... Let's do it again. The sun shines bright on my old Kentucky home. Nice job. I was dancing with my darling to the blank waltz. Tennessee. Meet me in St. Louis. Yes. Okay. Do you know the way to? San Jose. Okay. To San Jose. Yes. Okay. How does the tune go exactly? Do you know the way? Nice job. Okay. He's leaving on a midnight train to Georgia. Nice job. Okay. How are you going to keep them down on the farm after they've seen Kyrie? There will be bluebirds over the white cliffs of Dover. Nice job. Okay, different game now called Famous Critters. I'm going to give you some names of some animals. Some are just in stories, some are real. And you'll tell me what type of animal has that name. So like Winnie the Pooh. What's Winnie the Pooh?
Bear.
A bear, exactly. Topo Gigio. Ed Sullivan's Topo Gigio. A mouse. Nice job. Seabiscuit.
Horse.
A real horse. Seabiscuit. Rocky and Bullwinkle.
A moose and a squirrel.
Moose and a squirrel. Nice job. Punxsutawney Phil.
What's the giant?
It's a groundhog. Punxsutawney Phil. Yeah. Pepe Le Pew. A skunk. How about Pegasus?
A horse.
A horse. A horse with wings. Kermit.
The frog.
The frog. Gentle Ben.
Bear.
A bear. Flicka.
Horse.
A horse. Curious George. Monkey. Chuck E. Cheese. My nightmare.
A little mouse.
Yeah, a little mouse. Exactly. Chuck E. Cheese, a little mouse. Okay. Cheetah, but is not a cheetah, and it's spelled without the H. Cheeta. And I believe this is an animal from a show that this neighborhood is named for.
Oh, Tarzan.
From Tarzan. So what, it was, yeah? Say it, what type of animal? Chimpanzee. Nice job. But I was in Studio City recently. And all the residential areas in Studio City have permit parking. There are parking signs on the street, permit parking. So you see the word permit and then like the P in the circle for parking. Somebody changed the P to a K on the sign and then put a little like picture of Kermit's cute little head there. And it was so adorable. The sign said Kermit parking. All right, next, anagrams. Anagrams are words that we know well, where we rearrange all the letters. We have to employ all the letters to make brand new words. Going forward, it's important in this game that when you have an answer, just raise your hand. Try not to blurt it out, because some are going to solve before others, and I want everybody to be able to think about it, work on it to turn the gears, okay? So like if I give you the word loop, raise your hand when you know that how many words can you make out of these letters, do you think? 2? Okay, what have you got?
Pool.
Pool and?
Opal.
So, okay. Pool and polo. Did you say opal? No? Okay, good. I thought I heard opal, which we can't do because we don't have an A. But is that what you guys had? Yeah. Okay, good. So from loop to pool to polo, that's how we're going to play this game. All right. So, these are anagrams. Oh. All right. If I give you the word mesa, like the mesas, raise your hand if you have a word that all these letters can be rearranged to make. Okay, about 6 of you. Okay, you shout them out. What do you have?
Same.
Seam and same, exactly. Seam. Same. Nice job. Okay. Next one. Okay. Abets, like helping someone, right? Aiding and abetting. Abets. Hope I have spare markers. Okay. Rearrange these letters and raise your hand when you can give me a whole different word. All right, what do you guys have? Shout them out.
Beets.
Yep. What else? What do you do to a turkey when you're roasting it?
Baste.
Baste. What else? How about another word for maybe a snarl? Oh, go for it, Sheila.
Beast.
Yes. Beauty and the Beast. Yes. I think. Oh, we also have a famous motel from a famous
Bates.
horror, the Bates Motel. Why not? Bates Motel. The Bates Motel. And there's something else. How am I going to give you this hint? When VHS tapes first came out, and you could go rent movies, you could go to the video store and rent a movie. You could either rent it on VHS or starts with a B. Beta. And so like betas, the word beta is like beta testing or secondary betas. Nice job. Okay, let's go with the word taser. Taser. Okay, raise your hand when you've rearranged all these letters to give me some new words. What have you got, Irene?
Stare.
Yes? Stare. What else? What have you got now, Naomi?
I was going to say steer, but I'm not sure EA.
Right.
How you spell it.
Go for it.
Tears.
Exactly. Tears and terrors. Same spelling, right? It's a heteronym. Tears or tears. Perfect. What else?
Teaser.
Yeah. Taser, stare, tears, rates. Oh my gosh, you guys are crushing it today. Rates. Yes. Now, one more. It's a flower. It's a flower. It starts with A.
Aster.
The aster. So quiet in here today. What's happening? So quiet. Okay. Leapt. Raise your hand. Just rearrange all the letters. Tell me when you have a new word. Naomi, what do you have? Pleats. Oh, really? That was the first one you saw? Cool, cool, cool. What have you got, Irene?
Leapt.
Yes, it's here, leapt, and then
I'm
pleat.
sorry, that's the word.
Never apologize. Never apologize. It's natural. It's natural because what's happening is this is now suggested it to your brain, and then you forget that it's on the board. So that's why it comes out. Never apologize. Never apologize for that stuff. Go for it.
Pedal.
Pedal. Nice job.
Oh, great. That's great.
Pedal. Yeah. Nice job. Okay. We eat off of these plates. Nice job. All words with the same letters. Love it, love it, love it. Bleary. Bleary. Now, you're going to give me two new words, and both of them start with the letter B. Raise your hand when you have an answer. There's a light bulb flickering over Naomi's head. You're not sure?
I think
Okay, what have you got?
barely.
Barely. And what have you got?
I had barely.
Okay. Well, your next one is almost the same thing. Rearrange. What is it?
You just wrote it.
Oh, darn it. Wait a minute. Hold on. I just gave you the answer. Okay. Let me write yours. So the one you suggested, Naomi, was
BARE.
barely?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. So barely, and then the other one is
Barley.
barley. Yeah. I got ahead of myself. It happens. Stable. Raise your hand when you have a couple of words. What do you have?
Tables.
Yes. Now, the next one. The next one starts with a B.
Bleats.
Yes, exactly. Bleats, is that the sound sheep make? Yeah. Bleats. Nice job. Okay. Someone who stares too much might be a starer. Rearrange those letters and then raise your hand when you have a word for me. One starts with A, and then two of them start with R's. For the first one, put the R's together.
The first one. Arrest.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Nice job. Now, the next two start with R-A.
Rarest.
Nice job. Yes. And then who were Siskel and Ebert? What did they do?
Film crews.
Yeah, who rated films, right? Film raters. Nice job. Starer, arrest, rarest, and raiders. Nice job. Next game. I'm going to give you titles. Titles of films, TVs, books, songs. And every time you hear the word Pottersville, you have to replace the word Pottersville with the actual geographical location that is named in this title, with the correct geographical location. So if I say a tree grows in Pottersville, Brooklyn, and you'll just shout them out. Yeah, very good. April in Pottersville, Paris. Blue Pottersville.
Moon.
It's a geographical location. It's part of the U.S. but not contiguous.
Blue Hawaii.
Blue Hawaii, nice job. Pottersville on my mind. Georgia. Pottersville Choo Choo. Chattanooga, nice. I left my heart in Pottersville, yes. Okay, Lost in Pottersville. Tom, this was a movie, sorry?
Yonkers.
Yes, nice job. I was going to say this is one of the only movies that I remember with Mercedes Rule. You remember that actress, Mercedes Rule? She was in Lost in Yonkers. Okay, Pottersville, here I come.
California.
California, nice job. And WKRP in Pottersville. Cincinnati, good job. Nice job. Okay, next game is about synonyms, similar words. And when I put a word on the board, you have to find a synonym for that word, but you have to be able to spell it from some of the letters that are already on the board. So for example, if I gave you the word myself, you could find a synonym for myself by taking the M and the E, me. So that's the game. I'm going to put a word on the board, find a synonym that you can spell from some letters inside that word. When you have the answer, going like for this game, raise your hand and just wait for me so that everybody has a chance to work on it. All right, so next one is banish. I need a synonym for banish, and you're basically dropping some letters away from this word to give me that synonym, right? Okay, so Naomi knows. Tom, I think you have it. Are you dropping the three last letters off of this word? Yeah. So if you drop ISH, then you just get ban. Burst. Then in this word, the synonym I want, you're just dropping one letter out, right? Which letter?
The R.
The R. It has to be a synonym. Right? Exactly. Right. Exactly. What word were you thinking of? You were rearranging to make rust? Oh, wow, I love that. But it has to be a similar word. It has to be a synonym. Okay? But no, great guess. Great guess. Okay. Raise your hand when you know the answer. I need a synonym for stalking. Okay, Sheila's got it. A synonym for stalking. You're dropping some of the letters away. What is the first letter you would get rid of here?
T.
The T. Ah. So what are the last few letters you'd get rid of?
ING.
Sock. Exactly. Ah, nice. Okay. A synonym for arch. What would you do? What letter would you drop away?
H.
The H. Arc. Nice job. Archery. Okay, the next one I don't even need to put on the board. Visualize this word. Enjoyment. Enjoyment. So you know you're going to drop the first part of the word and the last part of the word to give me joy. Now, who does crosswords in this room? I can't do a crossword. But I do know that when you're going through the clues or the hints, if they give you a question in past tense, you have to answer in past tense. So this one, the clue is lighted. So drop some letters away to give me a similar verb that's in past tense. So Sheila's got it. Naomi's got it. How many letters does the word have? 3. What are they? L, I, and T. Lit. Exactly. So that's going away. That goes away. Lit. Nice job. Okay. I'm very partial to this one. You'll see why.
I know.
Very partial. What letters would you drop away from this word to give me a synonym?
The S's.
The S's. Ta-da! Okay. This next one I don't need to put on the board. If I said the word history, you could figure out a synonym just by dropping the first 2 letters, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Story. So we drop those away, and then you get story. Okay. How about the word latest, but not as in the clock, like the latest I got home last night. More like the word previous, like the latest design for a model of a car. Okay, so what letters are you dropping away?
E.T.
The E-T, exactly. Last. Nice job. Okay. This one's interesting. You can make 2 synonyms here. 2 different synonyms.
Loan.
Yeah, and? So if you dropped A away, you get loan. And then you drop another letter away.
1.
And 1. 1 is the loneliest number. Right? Okay. The next one is the word rampage. But I wouldn't say that this is a synonym for it. I would say that it's the emotion that leads to it. Yeah. So what letters would you drop from this word to give me the emotion that leads to this? Take away the M. And then? P. And then?
A.
Rage. Rage. Nice job. Okay. Aha. There are also 2 words, similar words, that you can make out of these letters, some of the letters. You don't have to use all the letters. But both start out the same way, both of these new words. Okay, what is it?
Male.
Male. And then another word that starts with those 2 letters. Man. Yeah, pretty good. Okay, next one. Salvage Think of a synonym, and then tell me which letters you're going to drop. Okay, go ahead.
Save.
Yeah. So which letters are you dropping to achieve that?
L,
You take the L out.
A, and G.
G. Voila. Nice job. Next game is called What's It? What's It? So you're going to have to guess one item, but I'm going to give you all these clues. Because it could be anything in the world. Anything in the world. But I'm going to give you clues. What's important is that you don't yell out the answer. I want to get through most of these clues. I want everybody to think about it. So as soon as you know what this thing is, just raise your hand. I'll acknowledge you. You'll put your hand down and just wait for the others. So if I said, What's-its are native, so we're guessing the What's-it, okay? So What's-its are native to South America, most likely originating in Peru, and were probably introduced into central Mexico by the Aztecs around 700 AD. Some experts believe that Christopher Columbus may have introduced What's-its to Europe. At that time, What's-its were probably small and yellow. The earliest known writing about What's-its appeared in a book by an Italian botanist in 1544. And the earliest known cookbook using What's-its was published in Naples in 1692. What's-its grew easily in the Mediterranean climate. So these are things that grow. So they grew easily in the Mediterranean climate and spread quickly throughout the region. England was slower to adopt What's-its because herbalist John Gerard thought they were poisonous. Today, What's-its are grown worldwide, and many different types have been cultivated. The heaviest recorded What's-it weighed almost 8 pounds. Most What's-it cultivators produce red fruit, but they can also be found in yellow, orange, pink, purple, green, black, white, and even stripes. So Irene knows what this is. Some What's-it cultivators include beefsteak, better boy, early girl, brandywine, cherry, and plum. Okay, more of you know now. It's hard to imagine Italian food without them. Okay, what is this?
Tomato.
The tomato. Good job. That was really fun. Let's do another one.
You had your hand up.
I can't believe how fast this hour, I mean, really, I'm floored. It goes so quickly with you guys. Okay, let's do another What's-it, okay? So as I get through this one, raise your hand when you know the answer, don't blurt it out. This What's-it originated in South America. In the 1800s, What's-its were considered food for livestock and the poor. Today, the average American consumes more than 6 pounds of What's-its each year. There are 4 types of What's-its grown in the United States: Runner, Virginia, Spanish, and Valencia. Astronaut Alan Shepard brought a What's-it with him to the moon. Tom Miller pushed a What's-it to the top of Pikes Peak using his nose in 4 days, 23 hours, 47 minutes, and 3 seconds. About 1.5% of the US population is allergic to What's-its, which are actually legumes. They are legumes related to beans and lentils. George Washington Carver, oh, I see you, Sheila, good. George Washington Carver, I see you, Naomi, good. George Washington Carver, who researched and developed more than 300 uses for What's-its, is considered the father of the What's-it industry. 2 presidents, Thomas Jefferson and Jimmy Carter, were What's-it farmers. The late conservative commentator William F. Buckley once said, if What's-it butter were more expensive, it would be considered a gourmet food. What am I talking about? The peanut. Nice job, the peanut. Okay. Let's guess some famous disasters. Always leave them wanting more. Okay. Famous disasters. This 1871 disaster began in the O'Leary's barn, but...
Fire.
Sorry, say again?
Chicago.
Chicago fire. Very good. Okay. Going forward, raise your hand when you have the answer and just let me read through the whole thing. Don't worry about it. You didn't know. It's okay. The first time a disaster was captured live on film was this 1937 fiery event over Lakehurst, New Jersey. Oh, the humanity. So this was, what happened? Shout it out.
Hindenburg.
The Hindenburg, the explosion of the Hindenburg. Oh my gosh. Okay. Raise your hand when you have the answer. What caused the 2004 tsunami tidal wave that left nearly 250,000 people deceased and wiped out whole towns and villages in Southeast Asia? Go for it.
Earthquake.
A massive undersea earthquake, yes. In 79 AD, Mount Vesuvius erupted near the Bay of Naples and buried 2 towns that would not be uncovered for nearly 2,000 years. Can you name one of those 2 towns? Pompeii. And there's another one. It starts with H-E-R.
Herodotus, no.
It is, let's say, of myth, the strongest. Yes, Herculeanum. Yeah,
Herculean.
Herculeanum. Yes, nice job. Like the previous game, what's it? When I went down the line, giving you all the clues, and you guess what it was. This is a similar game, but now it's not a what, it's a who. Who's it? Okay? Here we go. Born in 1925 to a poor Irish-American family in San Mateo, California, Woozy earned extra money for his family as a church organist when he was a teenager. At age 19, Woozy began singing on a radio station in San Francisco, then with the Freddie Martin Orchestra. Classified as 4F because of a heart murmur, Woozy never served in World War II. Woozy appeared in several movies, but became more interested in the new medium of television. Starting in 1958, Woozy hosted a series of television game shows. In the early 1960s, Woozy met Jack Paar and parlayed that meeting into a guest host spot on The Tonight Show. For the next 20 years, Woozy hosted his own talk show, often tackling controversial subjects such as the Vietnam War. So I see Irene. I see you? Okay, good. I'm going to keep going just so the others can think about it. In 1963, Woozy's wife gave him an idea for a new game show in which the questions and answers were reversed. Okay, Tom knows it now. When the game show was canceled after 11 years, Woozy produced its successor, a game show based on the classic word game, Hangman. Okay? The profits from his game shows made Woozy one of the world's wealthiest entertainers. At the time of his death in 2007, Woozy was worth an estimated $1.2 billion. Merv Griffin. Who was his sideshow? Arthur Treacher or Treacher? Treacher. And the game shows he developed and produced were Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune. Wow, he produced Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune. Wow, good job, guys, good job. Do you want to do one more?
Yes.
Okay. This person was born into a wealthy New York family in 1884. This person was tutored at home and at the age of 15 went to a finishing school near London. This person returned home at age 17 and became a social worker in the East Side slums of New York City. When she was 20, her uncle, the President of the United States, gave her away at her wedding. Her mother-in-law, who had vociferously opposed the marriage, dominated household matters until the couple moved away to Albany. Tom knows, hang on, Tom. And Irene knows, hang on. She had 4 sons, 1 daughter. She had 4 sons and 1 daughter and 1 stillborn son. In 1918, she discovered, from letters she found in his suitcase, that her husband was involved in a 4-year love affair. They didn't divorce, but maintained separate lives thereafter. Her husband was elected governor of New York in 1928. Tom is laughing. Okay, just a couple more before you guys shout it out. When her husband was elected president of the United States in 1932, she profoundly changed the role of the First Lady, continuing to speak out on behalf of the poor, women's rights, and in support of the civil rights movement. And lastly, she died in 1962, 2 years after she was struck by a car in New York City, an occurrence that precipitated a steep decline in her health. Who is it? Eleanor Roosevelt. The book is closed. Nice job, everybody. Good job. You're welcome.
Happy Super Bowl.
Eleanor Roosevelt's mother-in-law built a house for the newlyweds, and there was a door
Oh, no.
that led from the mother-in-law's house into their house.
What a meddler.
Uninvited.
What a meddler.
Mother-in-law from hell.
Yes,
Yeah.
I had one. Have a good week, everybody. I'll see you next week.
My
Happy Super Bowl.
daughter had a
That's what I live for in these classes, the oh wow. No, really. I don't need you guys to know the answers. When the answers come about and they go on the board, it's that aha moment that I think is very valuable, because you are now connecting the answer to the original query, and that makes a connection in the brain, and you go, oh yeah, I understand. That makes sense. I remember, right? That's very special to me.